Hello guys, and welcome back to the Mind Spaces channel. I want to thank you all for being here, for making this channel what it is, being such an amazing community, for being so supportive, and I am truly grateful for every single one of you. And today's video is for all the students among us who are looking to live more stress-free student life. Maybe you know that I have done a workshop in the past about how to be productive without burning yourself out. There is an ebook that comes with this workshop and a checklist that you can get for free. In this ebook you will find really practical tools how to live a more stress-free life as a student and be productive without it having an impact on your mental well-being. So if this ebook sounds like something that you're interested in, then go right in the description, there is a link and you will be able to get access to this for free. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a few tips how to live your stress-free student life. If this is something that you find interesting, then stick around and we will get into it right after the intro. I was a very stressed out student. I really learned stress management by doing and pretty late in my studies. Actually, I learned it when I hit rock bottom. I had an exam period that was really horrible and I really didn't know how to handle things anymore. And this was the moment where I realized if this is not going to change, if I don't change the way that I study, the way that my mindset is, then I will not make it until the end of med school, because I will physically and mentally not be able to withhold the pressure any longer. I have decided that it's time to find a way out and to better the way that I handle pressure and stress. And it was time for me to pay closer attention to myself rather than the performance or the grades or the studying that I would have to get done. The first thing that helped me a lot was this intention, this very moment where I decided I need to stop this. I need to make a change. I need to leave the stress and the pressure behind. And I really didn't think that taking the decision, I'm just not gonna do this anymore to myself. This moment was the start of it all, and it was maybe the most important one. I actively decided I am not going to put this much pressure on myself anymore. I am not doing this anymore to myself. I owe it to myself not put so much pressure on myself, to be kind to myself, to respect my mental well-being. And I promised myself that I would not do this to myself any longer. And this is really my very first and my most important advice I think of today, is that we are so hard on ourselves like we are on no one else. And this is something that we can change, that we can work on. So if you recognize yourself in what I've been saying, then maybe this is worth investigating. The second step that I took was figuring out a way to deal with performance anxiety. So what I mean with that, the fear before exams. I was really anxious and really scared of taking exams because I felt like no matter how much I study, no matter how much efforts I can put in working for an exam, maybe I will get a topic that I don't know and I will fail and everything. And I had this fear because it had happened before to me. I also had a blackout in an exam. So I went to an exam, I was quite prepared and I just couldn't remember anything. This experience was very scary, so that I was really scared of it happening again. I started working on my fear of exams. I have a live video on Instagram about the fear of exam, but if you would like to have a YouTube video about it where I explain in detail how I worked on my fear of exams, then let me know in the comments if that is something that you find interesting, and I will make sure to create that video for you. I have decided to work on my fear of exams that is crippling because, I feel like being afraid or being stressed before an exam or having a pressure before an exam is not necessarily bad. There is like good pressure that is really motivating, that is like this adrenaline rush that makes you do things that you would never have imagined that you could do. And there's the bad pressure, the pressure that is so high and that is so intense that it cripples you, that you just freeze and you can't move. And so I needed to figure out a way to get from this bad pressure that freezes you to the pressure that makes you fight. I found out a few ways to do that. For example, by seeing exams like opportunities, like a chance to actually pass it rather than a chance to maybe fail it. Also, what I did is that I really understood the difference between the things that I have under control and the things that I don't have under control. I think that this is something that, if you think about it, it really, really helps in matters of fear of exams. There is only so much you can do. You can only focus on studying, on doing your best, and all the rest is out of your control. So worrying about it is just some extra pain that you put yourself through. The fact of realizing this is really life-changing. I am remembering a sentence that I saw in a video where Dr. K, he is helping gamers to better their mental health. He said one sentence that I vividly remember. He said, when you flush the toilet, you have control over the fact that you flush the toilet, but not over the fact whether the poop goes down or not. And this is exactly what you have to understand with exams. What you have under control is what you do before. It is the studying that you do, it is sleeping before the exam, it is eating before the exam, it is drinking before the exam. This is what you have under control. What happens in the exam, which topic you're going to get, or whether you're going to be lucky or not, how the examiner is going, which questions the examiner is going to ask you, and all of this not under your control. This is the matter whether the poop goes down or not. What you can do is flush the toilet. This is also something that helped me a lot to overcome fear of exam. I'm not saying that I overcame fear of exam because I'm still nervous before an exam, but as I said before, it's just not the same fear. So it helped me to overcome the crippling fear of exams. The next advice that I have in store for you is to take your distance from the pressure. Sometimes when I was a student, I felt like if I don't pass this exam, I'm gonna die. But no, no, I didn't. I failed this exam that felt like if I don't pass it, I'm gonna die, and ta-da, I'm still alive. Where does this feeling come from? Why does it feel so existential? Of course, if you do something that is important to you, sometimes you get so into it that you feel like your life depends on it. I understand, because for example, Mindspace is so important for me because it's really a hard project of mine and I put so much energy, so much love, so much work into it. For example, all of this would get deleted. I would be so sad just by thinking about it. I would say, yeah, definitely, this is horrible, this is torture. But even if that would happen, I'm pretty sure that I would find a way to be okay, I would probably be devastated for a while, and then I would work on finding a solution, on finding another way to do things, and on fixing it. And so this is also something that you need to understand. Something that can help you to do that is to just ask yourself, is to imagine yourself 10 years from now. If you're studying medicine, for example, imagine yourself as a doctor, thinking back to that moment where you failed your exam, how this doctor feels about it, this future self, how catastrophic this would be in 10 years. If you feel like in 10 years you would not see this as a huge, huge catastrophe, if you feel like you would be able to find a way around it, then it is not such a big of a threat as it seems to be. Meditation, meditation, meditation. I know, I'm talking about meditation so much, but this really, really helps. Give it a try and try it long enough. I would recommend maybe to try it for 2 weeks or a month, every single day for 5 to 10 minutes. If you do that, you will approximately spend 2 to 4 hours meditating. So that's the time of 2 movies. Even if it doesn't work out in the end, you would have only used up 4 hours of your time for trying out something that didn't work in the end. So that's not such a big of a sacrifice. I think that meditation is such a beneficial tool for relaxation, for stress management, for reflection, and for just slowing down, calming down, being present, and being re-centered. And this can help so much. The last one, and this one is the most important, I think, and the most basic one, but also really neglected. It is sleep enough, eat well, and take care of your overall health. Sleeping is the most important thing ever that we do. I know, I've said this often as well. Sleep is such a valuable thing. Every single hour that you sleep, you are regenerating, you are memorizing, your entire body is doing everything that it needs to do during these hours. And it is for a reason. It is because it is extremely important to sleep well for your mood, for your overall health, for your hormones, for everything. So protect your sleep, make sure that you sleep enough and that you sleep well. And also with eating, it is important that you eat well. It's like if you try to do a road trip with a car which has an empty tank, you are not gonna go very far. And the next one is just take care of your overall health. And with overall health, I also mean your mental well-being. And taking care of your mental well-being is maybe something that we put after taking care of our physical well-being. I know many people who exercise, but who are not exercising their mind, like with, for example, meditation, because meditation is like a gym for your mind. Yeah, I think that it is equally important to take care of your physical health and your mental health. I hope that you found value in today's video. If you want to know more about the subject, then go in the description, find the ebook of the workshop. I'm looking forward to see you in the next video, and take care of yourself and stay awesome.